Hi Coin Dawn viewers, today we are going to be looking at the coins from the land of the rising sun. That's right, Japan. But these are very old coins. I call them the samurai coins because they were from that period, the Edo period. The Edo period was also known as the Tokugawa period. It started in 1603 and lasted till about 1867. During this period, Japan was under the rule of the fearsome Tokugawa Shogunate. The first shogun of this period was Tokugawa Ieyasu, who governed Japan in a feudal system with the help of his daimyos or noblemen. And here is an overview of all the coins that I would be displaying today and explaining to you. These are the 1 won coins, which were generally made of copper and weighed anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 grams. Some are quite rare, especially those with certain special mint marks. They look a lot like the Chinese coins of the Ming or Sung dynasty, but some of these coins you can get them quite cheap in the flea market, and if you do understand the mint marks, some of these coins can actually fetch a high resale price. So it is a motivation to collect these coins. This was a period when the legendary samurais thrived and cultivated the Bushido code. The Bushido code means simply the way of the warrior. It is a moral code concerning attitudes, behavior, and lifestyle. A lifestyle which is very much emphasized on bravery, chivalry, and unquestionable loyalty. Now let's take a close-up view of these 1 won coins. All of these coins are very old and in real good condition. When we talk about samurais, some famous names appear. One was Oda Nobunaga. He was the most respected samurai in Japan, who set in motion that would reunify the nation and end the warring states period. Another interesting samurai was Yasuke, an African slave brought to Japan who became Oda Nobunaga's bodyguard and ultimately rose to become Japan's Black Samurai. And of course, the most famous samurai of them all was Tokugawa Ieyasu himself. The Tokugawa Shogunate took his name as he was the first Tokugawa Shogun, a real fearsome warrior. Coming up next are the 100 won oval-shaped copper coins. They weigh about 20.5 grams and they are about 2.6 mm thick. It is an attractive coin. Some of these coins with special mint marks are quite rare. These coins were generally minted from 1835 to 1870. As we take a closer look at these glorious coins, let me share a little bit about the Geishas. The Geishas also thrived during this period. There were basically 2 kinds of Geishas. One was the Otoko Geisha. Do you know they were actually male Geishas? And they were phased out during the early Meiji period, which was the period that came after the Edo period. Then there was also the Onna Geisha, the type of geishas that you see today in Japan, and they were female geishas, and they were only seen in Edo, Kyoto, and Nagasaki. You can even find them there today. Now going back to these 100 won coins, there are a few mint marks, like I told you, which are extremely rare. Maybe in another video I would share. Coming up are the rare square-shaped won copper coins. They are rare and if you can hunt them down, they are an excellent buy. They were generally minted from 1784 right down to 1863. Now as you take a closer look at this square mon coin, let me tell you, during this period, not only the geishas emerged, but were the kabuki actors. The kabuki is an excellent and artistic play to watch. And this was also a period of wakashudo, or simply it means the way of the young. It is important to note that Japan enjoyed some form of peace during this period, as it did not have much domestic or international conflict, partially because it had a closed-door policy to the outside world during this period. All that changed in 1853 when US warships commanded by Matthew Perry entered Japanese waters, and in 1854 the Treaty of Kanagawa opens Japanese ports to US ships. Now take a look at these rectangular silver coins. The smaller ones were known as the shujin. They basically weighed about 1.88 grams, and I would collect the 1846 to 1867 ones because they are a pretty good collection. And the bigger silver coins were known as the bujin. They weighed about 8.66 grams, and they actually crossed over from the Edo period to the Meiji era. The Meiji 1867 to 1912 coin is really worth collecting. Since the Edo period practiced a closed-door policy, it is worth to know what actually was happening outside Japan during this period. In 1641, the Dutch East India Company actually takes control of parts of Indonesia from the Portuguese and the local rulers, of course unaware to the Japanese population. Another interesting world event was in 1644, the Chinese Ming dynasty collapses in China. Also in 1738, the Persian Emperor Nader Shah invades India. That was actually a great battle pitted between two great forces. I hope you're enjoying this video, and especially these glorious silver coins. Some of these coins were also worn as pendants by not only ladies of those days but even today. And some of these pendants are actually made of gold but the same design. And probably one of the greatest events that happened outside of Japan was in 1776 when American colonies declared independence from Great Britain. And do you know, interestingly, the Edo period derives its name from Edo. Edo was actually the old name of current Tokyo. Interesting, isn't it? I hope you enjoyed this video and you've learned something about the history of Japan. My next video is going to be even more interesting. It's going to be about the coins from Japan during the Meiji period. The Meiji period was the period just after the Edo period. And if you like my video, please share it and give it a thumbs up and like the video. Till then, see you guys. Have a great time.